Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, my Leo friends and friends of Leo. This is the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot, and hey, I'm Zachary. Thank you guys for joining me here, and welcome to my table. So, Leo, looking at your energy here in meditation prior, and then we'll move into tarot as we do. What came through was kind of some fragmented thoughts. So, I ended up pulling a few oracle cards here from the archetypes deck to try to get this together too, and I'm really interested actually to get into this message now. It seems like a good one. So what came through was the astrological symbol for Neptune and then Pluto. And Neptune is kind of a planet of illusion, or it can be about illusion. Pluto being death, rebirth, death and rebirth. So I next saw the Roman numeral symbol for 1000, M. So I feel like that's very interesting as well. Something about a thousand years has kind of been coming through as I'm getting through this message too. Then I was told forced entry and then blissed out. So I didn't really understand, like I said, without pulling these oracle cards. It's starting to come together a little bit more. So let's get into that too. The cards that came out here, you got the Pilgrim, the Castle, and the Lover. So the interesting thing in reading these cards here in the book too, with the Pilgrim and the Castle. So the Pilgrim is about taking, like a pilgrimage, taking a journey, being the pilgrim, the wanderer, the seeker, taking advantage of a journey instead of staying still or complacent. The Castle can talk about like a fortress or something that is keeping you safe. Both of these cards in the book talk about lulling you to sleep, which I thought was really interesting. Just noticing that connection. Both had components of like the outside world lulling you into this false sense of security or us being asleep. And then the Lover here actually talks about being awakened. So the theme that's coming through here is like with that forced entry, it feels like something has been keeping you asleep. Okay, asleep for 1,000 years is what was coming through. So I'm really curious to get into this message for you guys. Let's get into the tarot, see what in the heck's going on. See if we can't wake up Sleeping Beauty here. Leo, Sleeping Beauty. All right, so Spirit, what do we have here for Leo? This is the Fortuna deck we'll be starting with. And huge shout out to my channel members. You guys, hello. Thank you for your love and support. I truly appreciate it. If you are interested in becoming a channel member yourself, there is a link in the description here you can click on, or the join button next to the subscribe. I'd love to have you on my team, okay? Personal readings are available. If you're curious about that, there's a link in the description of this video. Also, take you to my website. Feel free to check that out too. Okay, so King of Keys here at the bottom. This is your hopes and dreams. So I feel like you may be aware here that there is something a little off. Maybe you do feel a bit in a dream state, or you're aware that there's a component of yourself that is sleeping that needs to be awakened. The King of Keys is a very logical, analytical card. I get the sense of kind of like up in the head. Eight of Swords energy is kind of standing out. So even like a little bit of a trap, being stuck. I feel like there is something inside of you where you're feeling this need to wake up. It is your hope to wake up. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay. So Wild Unknown Tarot here. Spirit, what do we have for Leo? What do we have for Leo? And this is a general message, so please keep that in mind. Use your head, heart, and intuition to decipher which messages may be for you, and leave the rest behind. Feel free to check out your rising moon Venus if you'd like additional messages for what's going on for you in this period. The moon. So this is your fear, anxiety. I do kind of get this concept of dream time. So the moon is the unconscious realm. It is those things that we fear. Even as we're being guided towards overcoming our fears, there's something about the castle that's standing out here too. Like a fortress. What's actually coming to mind that's interesting is a Bob's Burgers episode where Louise is actually moving towards a fortress or a castle in her dreams because her family ruined one of her toys and she's cutting them out. You guys may be feeling a bit isolated right now. You may be feeling like someone or somebody's are cutting you out in their life. But I also, interesting. I also kind of get the vibe of like there's a little bit of nervousness towards waking up here. Like, what does that mean? 555 on the timer, major change. What does that mean to wake up? Let's find out. So the universe comes out here first in your general. This is the world, the end of something, the completion of a cycle. I feel like this is very much like Sleeping Beauty is waking up. Whatever this sleep is, and it kind of feels like whoever this message is for, like your soul has been struggling to awaken, to become active in this, like an active participant in what in the heck we're doing here. Interesting. But I do feel like something, yeah, like the night turning into day is standing out here. The moon and the sun here. You guys are waking up. You're waking up to something. But what is it? So Eight of Wands comes in here to clarify. I do feel like ultimately this is very good news. This is a very positive energy. Like it's difficult to, or impossible to move, I guess. Well, outside of sleepwalking, you can't move if you're sleeping, right? You can't go on this pilgrimage. You can't awaken to the beauty and the joy and the bliss, all of the good, yummy feelings and sensory things to experience here are not possible without being fully awake. I mean, we can search, what's coming to mind is like we can search for artificial ecstasy, right? There are drugs available. There are addictions, that we can partake in. We can override our system and flood it with dopamine. We can pursue ecstasy through artificial means or through forced entry. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So I feel like you guys are being, I love that. You guys are being shown, or this is your time to wake up, to step outside of that circle, to step outside of that rat race. We are here. There are pleasures to enjoy here, but there is something distinct about where we are as a species right now where it is about forced entry, about forcing that dopamine into our system in everything that we do. So you're being shown how to wake up from this. Any more information here for Leo? Eight of Cups too. Yes, it's time to leave. It's time to leave these old ways behind. And I feel like, so what comes to mind with, we'll say, I don't know, like drugs, exterior chemical, but really anything, addiction to electronics, that's something that we all struggle with, honestly. Unless you don't have a phone or computer, like you're struggling with the dopamine addiction, I promise. They only provide, or that action only provides like a temporary bliss. The body has to equalize. The body has to come back to center. So if dopamine spikes, dopamine has to come down, right? Because that stimulus, you can't. It's like chasing the dragon, I guess. That stimulus is never going to provide the same level of dopamine that it did in the first place. The only place where that is different is when the body is able to produce these natural forms of ecstasy or high within ourselves. By being awakened to your true nature, to your true state, allowing that to be. Let's explore that further because I want to know. It feels like you guys are being given access to this party. You've got a special invitation to wake up. Okay, let's keep going. So good stuff for you guys. Yes. The day has broken, okay? The sun comes through here. Love to see that in your positive as well. The sun is positivity, abundance. I'm having a weird time talking right now. Positivity and abundance. I do also feel this like the day has broken. The night is over. You are waking up to the daytime. I am very much getting this. I'm kind of feeling here into my pineal gland too. This process of waking up may involve like decalcifying your pineal gland, connecting through it. If you aren't meditating, as I always say, now is a great time to start. This is also one of your cards, Leo. So it feels like yes, waking up to you, your true power, who you are, your divinity, your sovereignty. You're stepping away from where there has been this illusion of protection, because it is all an illusion. Maybe you have been living in fear. I feel like there's an opportunity to break away from this, okay? What else do we have here going on? The Emperor, yes. Your power, you guys. Power and control over your domain. Like the pilgrim here on your journey, you become the emperor here. You are the king of your castle. But the sun is standing out here as well on this card. You are not staying in the castle. Either you're waking up to the fact that there is a day out here to experience, or you're waking up to the fact that you've been stuck in this castle. Whatever that illusion of safety is, there is a major transformative energy that's coming through here that's asking you to surrender to it. 1222 on the timer as well. 222. Tell me more about the sun here, please, Spirit, for Leo. What are they waking up to? Eight of Wands and Four of Pentacles. The Magician here at the bottom too. I feel like this is your birthright is what comes through. Interesting. I do feel like there is a process of release that is going on here. So the Four of Pentacles is about security and stability. Can talk about like over clinging to that too. There is a recommendation or request to let it flow. Let something flow. I feel like you guys are breaking some chains here, breaking the binds. I do very much get kind of a Matrix sort of feeling too, like you're waking up from this dream state, whatever this has been, where there has been control over you. Like what is standing out is the horse here, that freedom, but this little rabbit here on Eight of Wands too. It's like they're fighting back. They're being overtaken here by these vines, but they're not just laying down and taking it. They're saying, "Not today, Satan." And in doing that, there is a quick, say that again, a quick reclamation of your power, okay? You are able to call back who you are because you're now awake. I love this, you guys. I love this. So, what is in the dark or what you don't see coming here? Underlying message. You have the Hermit. What you don't see about this situation, the Hermit is a major mile marker here in the progress of, it's the first really like major mile marker in the major arcana as far as a spiritual evolution. The Eye of the Needle is coming through here. So what you don't see going on is this process of elevation. As you are becoming more grounded, waking up more grounded into this reality, into your reality, you are also actually elevating yourself. Bringing yourself closer to God. Interesting. Yeah, there's something about the pineal gland, you guys. If it's not something that you already do, ooh, that's The sun. Okay, this is standing out to me here. So we're not looking directly into the sun, okay? And I'm not here to debate that because I've heard, especially with the eclipse, some people talking about how it's actually like a hoax or whatever, it's not actually damaging to look into the sun. It most definitely is, all right? I worked in optical for several years. I promise you, you're not going to want to look directly into the sun. One thing that we can use the sun for, though, like if you're used to wearing glasses or sunglasses constantly, our pineal gland does want light, just not direct sunlight, okay? You can close your eyes and look at the sun this way. You still get the benefit of the sun's rays coming in to help decalcify the pineal gland. It's also great to look at the moon, actually, is another safe way to do that. But please do not stare directly into the sun. And also, like I said, I'm not here to debate that either. Whether or not that's healthy. That is what is standing out to me, though. Looking at the sun through closed eyelids is something that can very much help decalcify that pineal gland, okay? So Nine of Pentacles comes in here next, is what you don't see coming. You're moving from hanging on to what you feel or think has provided security and stability to you in the past. You're stepping away from this castle. You're moving to where there is true security and stability for you and abundance. True, like, freedom of thought too. I'm just getting this like message of breaking the chains, okay, you guys? Both the Hermit and the Nine of Pentacles have a note of independence too. Like being solitary. Can you tell me more about that, please, Spirit? It's too many. What else does Leo need to know about what's in the dark here? Ace of Cups and Ten of Cups. Ooh, the star here at the bottom too. Renewed hope. Wish granted. So, actually having the Ace of Cups and Ten of Cups here, what immediately came out was 0 to 60. This idea of like here to there. As soon as you open your eyes, wake up here from this dream, whatever this means, you are moving from like a singular possibility to multitudinous possibility. Ooh, I love that. The entry point into infinity. Ooh, you guys, this feels like a really wonderful time. And this is your choice. Hey, okay, like nobody's forcing you awake, but it does feel like there's a request to start taking care of your pineal gland. And for those of you this message is for, this is not like, this is meant to be confirmation, okay, of something you may already know. If this is illuminating to you, there's something, you're going to recognize this as truth for you. If you're feeling this in your gut, if you're feeling positive notes of confirmation. If it's not, then it's not for you. That's okay. All right. So your difficulty here, interesting. Pardon. Obstacle in this situation, you have the Lovers. So the hard part, because the component of the Lover here that was, leading through this narrative was waking up, awakening to the possibility of pleasure, of true ecstasy, like I said. So the difficult part about all of this is the waking up. How do you wake up? Let's find out. Ten of Swords comes in here too. So I feel like what may be lulling you to sleep here or keeping you asleep, Ten of Swords, I like this card too because there's like a sword right through their eyes. This was placed here, it could have been by, I feel like this is, more from somebody else, paying attention to fear. Ten of Swords is a rock bottom, painful ending, betrayal kind of energy. This energy can lull us in too. It can make us feel addicted to pain and trauma and anguish, fear. So the difficult part about this is choosing, that's our choice, is to start choosing to step away from fear instead of continuing to digest fear, to consume fear. What is it that you are consuming? Are you consuming sunlight, healthy food, exercise, good books, things that uplift your soul and increase your vibration in a positive way? Or are you consuming the news? And I'm not saying, I'm not debating validity of news or not, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing to keep up on what is going on out there, because it's intense. What I'm saying is, be careful about what you are consuming and how you are consuming it. If you're not going into, like, let's say, you want to keep up on what is going on in the news, that's totally fine. Are you going through a process where you are centering, grounding, calling in protection, even to be able to look from the outside in instead of being a part of what is going on? Because the brain doesn't know any different, whether we're reading a book or watching something on TV or experiencing it firsthand ourselves. What's actually coming to mind is, I think it's like back in the quarantine during COVID, there was some new information coming out about like binge watching, because we were binge watching things, right? And I think it was more than 3 episodes, like taking more than 3 episodes of something at a time actually starts fooling the brain into thinking that you're a part of that reality too. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So if you're consuming the same thing repetitively, constantly, like this is what is lulling you to sleep, and this is by your own choice. Like I said, it's not a bad thing to keep up on things. What I'm saying is to like come up for air, okay? There's a need to come up for air. This is the process of awakening. You're making that choice to step away from that. How does Leo approach this obstacle? What do they need to do about this here? The mirror stands out in the Lovers too. I think there's a need to be honest with yourself. Is this what you're doing? Are you participating in consumption in your own life in a way that is actually detrimental to yourself? Now is the time to wake up from that. And that's interesting with, 1,000 years too. For the last 1,000 years, this has been, I mean, for even longer, but that's been the powers that be, those that are in control, that want to control the masses. That's their goal. They want you to consume fear, right? And again, I'm not saying totally stay away from paying attention to what's going on. I'm saying be intelligent about the way that you're consuming things, okay? Knight of Cups. So as your solution here, the Knight of Cups is, I feel like this is a cautionary tale. They're looking to get their cup filled. Pay attention to your own drives and desires. Start questioning why you have those, instead of just acting like an animal that doesn't have a higher process of thought. Start questioning why some of these drives are coming in. Process what I just said there. See if this applies to you. Make some adjustments, you know what I mean? Like watch less TV, consume the news a little bit less. See if it makes a difference in your life. Or consume, come into it with protection and from a centered space. Yeah, give it a shot. Okay, so 3 main pieces of advice here, please, Spirit, for Leo. What else does Leo need to know here? Sleeping Beauty. Success. It's your time to shine. Success from what you pour your heart into. I do feel like this is an opportunity for great success. The Great Awakening, you guys. It feels like this opportunity to wake up. And I know this is something that we all have a little bit of Leo in us, right? This is something that we all have to work through if we want to be successful. If we want to be able to tap into our heart. What else do we have here, please, for Leo? It's too many. What do you want? Just the first one. Self-awareness. Tapping into your higher self, questioning routines and patterns. Yes, yes, that's what we're talking about here. I feel like this is the catalyst to wake you up. Like to turn off the TV or the radio, not necessarily literally, possibly, but that is singing this lullaby to keep you in this feeling of, because it doesn't even feel like you're safe. It's just like you're not feeling safe in this situation. This lulling is trying to keep you in a place where you feel like this is it. This is as safe as you get to feel. This is the way that you get to feel pleasure, is by consuming these things. Think about it. Obsession. Focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. Yes. Recognition, admiration for your hard work is coming. This isn't easy. Your difficulty here is waking up. That's not an easy process, but I feel like it is more than worth it. We're not here to be asleep. We're not here to be asleep. And we've all, shown up in this dream that we're dreaming together, where there has been a set of rules, a group of, people and things that are in control. We may not have chosen it to be the way that it is right now, but we sure as shit can choose to make it different. And that starts here. That starts with us opening all three of our eyes, okay? Animal spirit messages here, please, for Leo. What else does Leo need to know? Or what would be helpful for Leo? Wolf. I get this feeling of, and there's the bat here at the bottom too. So the bat is all about kind of like seeing in the dark. They're putting themselves in a position where they are open to seeing something new in that breaking dawn, in the day that's coming. Waking up, you guys, moving from night into daytime. The wolf, so it's this component of like over control towards those around you. The wolf is a great protector. They're like the leader of their pack. There can be times where like people in their pack, let's say, if they're doing something that the wolf doesn't want them to do or isn't something that they like, they can tend to get a little bit over involved in that. The recommendation here is to chill. It's to worry about your damn self, right, Leo? It's okay for other people to make, so like, let's say in this process of you waking up here, what I'm getting is actually like a couple, like your significant other or close friends. As you're going through this process of waking up, if there's somebody else around you that isn't doing that too, that's okay. This isn't about you forcing somebody else or highly encouraging somebody else to come along on this journey with you. This is about you waking up. As you do wake up, as you do heal, you do provide an environment energetically around you for others to follow suit. This is how we show other people to do this, not through forcing. So the encouragement here is just like, as this is a difficult process, recognize that this is a difficult process, and that's okay. The way through letting off steam as you're doing this isn't in trying to control others as well. Okay? So, Leo, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here in the general. I am going to move into the extended version here, or the extended part of this. If you want to join me there are links in the description. And like I said, private readings are available if you want to check that out. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you are resonating with this message. I truly appreciate your support in that way. And donations are always accepted and appreciated. So thank you so much to those who have supported the channel in that way as well. I will see you all very, very soon. Take care of yourself. Okay, Leo? Be well.